Boy said our dad's generation learned how to cope with emotions by drinking and covering it up.
Yes. And men in the past, I affirm, were taught that feelings and crying was weak. And our greatest weakness shall become our greatest strength. And for a man right now, I've cried more in the past year than I have in all 5 years of our relationship, because I now am making a committed choice to truly feel my feelings and speak my heart to my beloved, so that I am transparent in what I'm feeling. So I'm not speaking from my head and attempting in the past to intellectualize what's up or what's in our relationship. Speaking from my heart to her and being transparent is so important for a man.
Well, I can share with you from my perspective that in the past, when you used to go into intellectualizing or explaining, the intellectual aspects of what's happening, that was a really quick switch for me to either turn off in our conversation or just become defensive. So I really appreciate you feeling your feelings and communicating with me from your heart and listening to what I say as well.
And the healing of the masculine heart is very much supported by beloved Master Paul, the Venetian, for healing the heart chakra and for a man to feel his feelings and to be transparent. And beloved Archangels Chamuel and Charity. And I love Master Paul. He's one of my greatest teachers. And being a divine architect of beauty and creation, the divine masculine has power in its balanced form. The divine masculine has great power with gentleness. So instead of being aggressive and dominating the woman, the divine masculine in its harmonious expression is powerful and simultaneously gentle and yielding and compassionate. And the divine masculine in its harmonious expression can be assertive, can claim authority, authorship of his life and his family and his domain with love instead of anger and aggression.
And of course, we all have masculine and feminine within us. So as you hear us talking about masculine this and feminine that, these aspects within us come together in sacred union, so that I am both graceful and allowing and strong-willed in a loving way. So I confidently express my will with my partner in love. So I think a mistake that particularly women tend to make is we go from either being wallflower, having low self-esteem, to trying to make up for our lower self-esteem by exerting our forceful nature and being more aggressive masculine in that sense. So we actually strive more towards the balance. And how do I communicate who I am with my love so my partner hears my heart, not anger or fear, but my partner hears my heart and I hear my heart.
Are there any questions?
Yes.
The nature of the union of which you both are is, to me, quite extraordinary. Looking at the generality of the populace, and if you're working with people in the populace in this field, is that true?
We have done coaching with couples to help.
Are people awakening to this? I mean, I just.
So
to me, I don't think that the average couple will be at your level, but I think it's quite fascinating that someone is laying this ground work, this template, and I think they would be receptive and kind of in awe, or say like, oh, somebody can actually.
Well,
so the question is, are couples actually, are we seeing this happen in our world? Are couples actually coming together in a co-empowered union? And the answer is absolutely yes. And we firmly believe, just by being this and creating our template as we go. And we've heard many comments from people, oh my gosh, how, what you have seems so different. And I really appreciate being around a couple who's really in love and who expresses their love with each other. And you'll notice in interacting with us, it's not just each other. We express our love and our truth with everyone we talk with. Because like Rhonda said, every relationship is a sacred relationship.
Expressing the soul of love rather than synthetic.
Yes. And we become the change we wish to see in our relationships of our planet. So it happens on the inner first, before we see it manifest on the outer. And this is a profound universal law that I'm continually waking up to, is as we have embraced our co-empowered union, we are now attracting couples who choose and desire the same thing. And we come together like magnets, and we say, oh, you can do it, and I can do it, and our planet can do this. And I empower everyone to learn and remember conscious language and pure speech. It's a powerful tool to begin to identify old patterns that are transforming into I am that I am in relationship.
So we had a question from Ray and then Tiffany.
Yeah.
So you've got an outline for a book, right? And you're going to publish it by the end of the year?
An outline for a book. No,
Yes.
we prefer this to be a living publication.
But you can spread the word broadly with it.
Yes.
We can. We'll do
Yes.
little videos and things on our website and stuff.
And we have a focus of light here in Austin. Our New Earth Center is a focus of light for the teachings of the Ascended Masters, including conscious language, living water, and living foods. All the technologies we're learning and remembering work together to create our New Age family. And so if you choose to learn more and play with us and go upscale with us, because we're all in Earth School together. We're all learning and awakening together, and it requires our communities to come together.
So look at our website is mydivineradiance.com, and we'll have different videos and things up. Right now there's a beautiful video of Artemis playing with a water vortexer. Mm-hmm. And then we also have a meetup group that's meetup.com/my-divine-radiance. And we often announce new things that we're doing, or we have lots of gatherings and meetups and talk about conscious language and all kinds of live food feasts and fun things. So, Tiffany?
The question that's boiling in my head, we don't have enough time to go into depth, but I would like for you both to...
I'll repeat it. Oh, okay. We have a mic now.
Let's see. How do we begin to explore these kind of relationships and take these into the corporate world, into our businesses, into our workplace? Because I know I'm not the only one feeling that when I walk into work, I'm the only one that's in this energy center, and I can see that people want to go there, and I can see that there's a possibility that the relationships can change and business can grow in a very positive way, but where do you begin with that in the corporate world that's so rooted in, I can't find the words for it.
Well, I have some very kind of grounded things for that, suggestions. So first, I'm assuming you have a morning practice of grounding and centering before you go into your work day, do you? So that's a very good start to begin in your morning, even if you have 5 minutes of breathing and coming into your center. Feel your connection with earth. If it's warm, if you can go outside and get your feet on the ground, that's even better, even if it's right before you get in your car to go to work. Breathe and center and become connected with who you are first. And then with business, you'll probably start slowly and gradually, just by walking in, and as you have conversations with your colleagues, have eye-to-eye, fully present conversation. Just practice being fully present during your conversations. And if you're on the phone, imagine your eye-to-eye. Really feel who the person is you're talking to, and feel you in your conversations, and become present and real in all of your conversations and interactions. I, for 2 years before now, almost 2 years, worked at the Tree of Life Rejuvenation Center. And I was in a position that was very interactive and very dynamic, and received a number of compliments during my time there. Wow, of all the people who've ever done this, you're holding this position just immaculately, which I don't know about immaculately. I had a few breakdowns, but minor ones. But it's for me, what I found is it's about being centered in me and being willing and committed to being fully present with the people I'm engaging with. Naturally, your interactions will become more authentic on your part and their part.
Yeah.
Because there's this underlying sense of, oh, wow, she's really willing to connect with me. She's willing to be, some people perceive it as vulnerable. You're willing to risk being authentic with your colleagues to create an actual relationship, and rather than just the normal rote activity. Do you feel that? You hear? Okay.
And we're almost out of time. My last tool and recommendation for us in the real world, on planet Earth, where people are not modeling, not outpicturing what we're speaking of today, vote their victory and see their perfection.
Yes.
See the immaculate concept as Mary is describing to us. If you're experiencing a person throwing judgment or anger your way, send them a telepathic decree and vote their victory.
Especially if it's your beloved.
Yes, especially
if it's your
partner.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Here's this pattern
Yes.
again. Okay, now I know what's next, and I know what he's going to say after that, and then he's going to do this. But if I'm doing that, that's a black magic spell. Well, if I sit there at the same time and vote his victory, and okay, here's an opportunity. He can, this whole scenario can change because I'm willing to see it differently before it even plays itself out.
And if you are embodying the ability to see their perfection, and you think it, and you feel it, and you know it, and you're becoming it, then it shifts the dynamics of your interactions with other people. These are what all the great masters had in their life, is to see perfection and to call it forth in the presence of who we are and who we are becoming. And this is a tool I use in coaching, because if I was focusing on what was wrong with my world, I'd be drained every day. So I choose to see perfection. I choose to see what these things turn into. And this is my practice. This is something I'm getting better and better at every day. So I empower all of us to vote the victory of our relationships on our planet and see the immaculate concepts, see their perfection.
So I request everyone take a nice deep breath and exhale. And searching your heart and in your awareness, and connect with all of the relationships you have in your life, from your most sacred, intimate relationship to any relationship you have in passing, seemingly. And connect with the truth of your heart. And connect with the truth of the person's heart you're interacting with. And breathe. Breathe your presence into your heart. Be fully and completely present with who you are and who you know they are. Because it's all the same. We are all I am.
And there is only one relationship on our beloved planet. It's us. It's humanity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.